Pride Gutsy Gaming. I'm Jake, and today we are unboxing Star Trek Ascendancy Player Expansion Set Andorian Empire from Gale Force 9. Andorian Pride. Everything you need to add the Andorians and another player to your games of Star Trek Ascendancy. Adds an hour and a player. Comes with a command console, 10 system disks, 27 space lanes, 3 fleet cards, 3 fleet markers, 30 plastic ships, 10 control nodes, a reference card, 10 exploration cards, 3 trade agreements, 15 advancement cards, 19 resource nodes, and 76 tokens. This box is in better shape than some of my other copies. We've got our rules. Let's see if there's anything different in here. Says there's a section for field testing. The Andorians are continually on alert for any advantage their rivals may have. In battle, they'll seize on any opportunity to capture and study the enemy's ships. When the Andorians win a space battle, they may claim one destroyed ship. These claimed ships may be used in later turns as research tokens, but they must be spent before any actual research tokens. You can't hoard rival ships. Remember, the field testing ability is only used if the Andorian player wins. Andorians cannot claim Borg cubes, which I don't have that set yet. Andorian Pride. Andorians take great satisfaction in proving their technological superiority. At the start of their turn, the Andorians take a culture if their shields or weapons are the best in the galaxy. If they're both better, take 2 culture. Andorian fleets focus on reconnaissance and subterfuge. Their reconnaissance fleet can seed a system with an Andorian deep space surveillance device. The fleet may place 1 Andorian token on any rival-controlled system it is in, or adjacent to the space lane the fleet occupies. Once marked, the Andorian strike fleet will be able to make short work of their opponents. Andorians may not place Andorian tokens on phenomena. Additionally, some Andorian advancements give advantages against systems marked with Andorian tokens. Forming Andorian fleets. From the outside, Andorians may appear disciplined, but Andorian captains are fiercely independent and protective of their accomplishments. Convincing prideful captains to work together often requires the Chancellor's firm hand. When forming Andorian fleets or commissioning a starbase, exhaust 2 commands instead of 1. Andorian ships may still be grouped into a fleet in the building phase without exhausting a command. Okay. That's kind of interesting. We've got our command console showing these things here that I just was reading. Anything about the Pride where you get culture if you're better than others. And if you win a space battle, you can take a ship and treat it as research tokens. But it doesn't mention, for some reason, the fleet requiring 2 command tokens. We've got our space lanes, ascendancy token, culture token, research tokens. We've got some more on top of that. Now we add some production tokens. Then we've got command tokens, warp tokens, our space bases here, or star bases, excuse me. And then we've got Andor, the home world. And we've got more tokens. These are Andorian tokens here. And then we've got some new places, some new phenomenon. After braving the hazard, move all surviving ships to an adjacent sector. When ships in this system enter warp, roll the space lane die and place that many warp tokens next to the ships. So, some interesting ones there. There's Rigel. Vulcans are immune to this hazard. Interesting. We have our tokens. We've got our fleet markers and the sliders for the command console. Control nodes. And we've got our ships. And now we've got our advancements and exploration cards, trade agreements, and then we've got in here the fleet cards, and I would assume the reminder card is also in here. Yes, reminder card. All the fleets on this side all have 9 ships. On this side, we've got 3, 5, and then 8. Fleet 1, when this fleet occupies or is in a space lane adjacent to a rival-controlled system, you may exhaust a command to place an Andorian token on the system. You may not place more Andorian tokens than you have ascendancy. You may remove tokens at any time. Okay. Ships in this fleet receive +1 to hit rolls against ships or nodes in systems marked with Andorian tokens. You may exhaust a command to switch the position of this fleet with any other Andorian fleet. Sounds interesting. And then we've got these cards that I can never open. It takes me so long to open these cards. Alright, finally, I've got these open. We got a crisis. If you have an Andorian rival, place a new Andorian ship in this system. If not, place a new ship from the player to your right in this system. Oh, that's cool. You could use that even if you're not using Andorians. Another crisis. Relocate up to 2 more of your ships to this system. Doesn't seem like much of a crisis to me. In another crisis, roll a die for each ship. For each die that is higher than your ascendancy, destroy a ship. Take a research for each surviving ship. Could be good if you survive. Level 4 hazard. If any ships survive, swap their position with all the ships in any other sector which contains ships. That's interesting. Remains in play. Cost 2 research to colonize. Plus 2 research. Does not apply to Vulcans or Andorians. Your turn ends immediately. If other players have not taken their turn this round, exchange your turn order card with a player of your choice, who takes their new turn immediately. Start a new command phase if you have any unissued commands during your new turn position. Discovery. You may exchange up to 2 resource tokens of any type for up to 2 resource tokens of another single type. Spend 1 research to immediately upgrade your weapons by 1. That's a win. Place 1 production and 1 culture token on system, marking it as inhabited by a pre-warp independent civilization. The first player to colonize the system claims the tokens. Develop up to 2 resource nodes in priority order. Place 2 warp tokens on the system, marking it as a warp-capable independent civilization. And then we've got our trade agreements. So we've got research on it. These also don't have numbers. Okay. And then we've got our advancements. That I can not open either. It's a little easier. Alright. Starting advancement. When an enemy retreats from you in a space battle, roll a die for each of their ships. On a 5 or 6, the ship is destroyed. When you retreat, each retreating ship may make an attack. I like that. That's pretty good. Andorian fleets in orbit of an Andorian-controlled planet with culture nodes count as having +1 shields. During the initiative stage, you may issue a command and exhaust this card to exhaust 1 command of all rivals with whom you've made first contact. Could be really good too. Your system's hegemony resistance is increased by 1. You may issue a command and exhaust this card to take 1 culture. I think that's probably worth it. When your ships retreat from a space battle, they may enter warp instead of their normal impulse speed retreat move. That's really good. Escape. Take 1 additional production for each rival trade agreement you hold. You must give 1 of these extra production to a rival whose trade agreements you hold. In the first round of a space battle with 1 of your fleets, exhaust this card to destroy up to 3 enemy ships. When you spend a claimed enemy ship, you may also build a ship for free. That's a good one. Double. In space battles, your opponent must reroll 1 hit each round. That's a good one too. You may discard any claimed rival advancement cards and claim half of the research required to finish the project rounded up. In planetary invasions of systems marked with an Andorian token, your ships may reroll to hit rolls of 1. During the initiative stage, you may issue a command and exhaust this card to take 1 command action. Your systems with 2 or more production nodes may produce 1 resource token instead of 1 of the production tokens. When a rival takes research from a system marked with an Andorian token, roll a die. On a 4, 5, or 6, you take 1 research instead. Alright. That is everything in here. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Subscribe!